Once again, do while is also a looping statement. So it also contains all those three sections which are in iterative constructs like initialization, condition and updation. And do while is also used to repeat the execution of number of statements. Is that clear? Directly see the syntax of do while. Syntax of do while loop. Look at the board. Like while loop, do while loop is also having the all three sections in different statements. That means in do while loop also all three sections are scattered in different lines. So the same difference whatever is there in while and for, the same difference is there in for and do while. Is that clear? The for and do while is also having the same difference which is in for and while. जो for और while में difference है वही for और do while. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Now look at the syntax. First, initialization will take place. Then do, then open curly bracket, then loop body, then updation, then close curly bracket, and here we will apply while condition, and at the end semicolon. Remember, in while statement we have not put the semicolon at the end, but in do while loop we have put the semicolon because our looping statement is do, and that is closed over here, so that while is another section. That's why we have put over the semicolon over here. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Got it?
Yes, sir.
Now we come to know that the difference between for and do while. What is the difference between while and do while? There will be the question. Question will be asked like, what is the difference between while and do while? So that with the syntax you come to know what is the difference.
So, in this condition at last.
Yes, in this the condition is at
Last.
last. But in while loop the condition section is given at the
Second.
top. Top we can say, or we can say at the entry point.
Yes, sir.
Okay, at the entry point. When we are entering into the loop, then condition is checked. Is going to be checked. Okay, but in do while loop, when we are exiting from the loop, when we are coming out from the loop, then the condition is going to be checked. So this is the difference between while loop and do while. Now, what is the effect of it? What happens when condition is checked prior, and what happens when condition is checked at the end? Look at the code. I am writing a small code, or we can say I am writing a small code section, two code sections, not only one, two code sections. In one code section I will use the while loop, and in another section I will use the
Do while.
do while loop. Look, in I is equals to 1 while I is less than 0, system dot out dot println I minus minus. The same loop I have written over here in I is equals to 0 to system dot out dot println I minus minus
So I is equals to 1.
while I is greater than smaller than 0. Okay, same code, same initialization, same condition, same updation. Now let's see the effect. What will be the output of this? What will be the output of this one?
Another false over.
False over. Then
Minus 1 over. Minus 1.
no output. Why? Because I is 1 is less than 0. Condition is
False.
false. When condition is false, we will not enter inside the loop. और जब हम लूप में जाएंगे ही नहीं तो कुछ प्रिंट होगा? कुछ भी नहीं होगा, सीधा लूप से बाहर, और लूप से बाहर कुछ है नहीं. That means no output. Now the same code, execute it also and find the output. What will be the output?
Minus 1.
Minus 1. No.
0.
1. I is 1.
Yes, sir.
Do system dot out dot println I. So it will print the value of I.
Yes, sir.
What is the value of I? 1. Then minus minus. Now it will become 0. 0 is less than 0. 0 is less than 0. No. Condition is false. Then we will come out from the loop. Okay. Now come to know what happens in while loop when the condition is false at first time, at very first iteration, then the loop body will not be executed.
Yes, sir.
Is that clear? But in do while loop, if the condition is false at first time, at very first iteration, then still the loop body will be executed at least once.
Yes, sir.
Because we are not checking the condition at entry point. हम लोग एंट्री पॉइंट पर कंडीशन को चेक नहीं कर रहे हैं. हम लोग कंडीशन को कब चेक कर रहे हैं? एग्जिट पॉइंट. और जब हम कंडीशन को एंट्री पॉइंट पर चेक करते हैं तो पहली बार अगर कंडीशन फॉल्स है, we will not enter inside the loop.
Yes.
And if we are checking the condition at exit point, so whatever the condition, whatever the value, that will be printed at least once.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the difference between while loop and do while loop. Got it?
Yes.
Now, if the question is to be asked, what is the difference between while loop and do while loop? Then you can write 2 points. Remember this thing in your mind, or if you want, then write down in your notebook. The difference between while loop and do while loop. Point number 1. Point number 1. In while loop, the condition is to be checked. In while loop, the condition is to be checked before executing the loop body. Before executing the loop body. But in do while loop, but in do while loop, but in do while loop, the condition is to be checked. The condition is to be checked when we exit from the loop. When we exit from the loop. Now the second point, in while loop, if the condition is false at first iteration, in while loop, if the condition is false at first iteration, then loop body will not be executed. Then loop body will not be executed. But in do while loop, if the condition is false, if the condition is false at first iteration, then still the loop body will be executed. Then still the loop body will be executed at least once. One more point you can write. One more point. The while loop is also known as entry controlled loop. The while loop is also known as the entry controlled loop, and do while loop is also known as exit controlled loop. Got it? Sometime the question may be asked in different manner, like what is the difference between entry control loop and exit control, so that the same answer will be written in that question also.
Yes.
Like in entry control loop, the condition is to be checked before executing the loop body, but in exit control loop, the condition is to be checked
And
after executing the loop body. Okay. In entry control loop, if the condition is false at first iteration, then loop body will not be executed. But in exit control loop, if the condition is false at first time, then still the loop body will be executed at least once. But in last point, if we have written while loop is known as entry control loop, entry control loop is also known as while loop, or we can say while loop is an example of entry control loop, and do while loop is an example of exit control. Got it? So same answer we can write in that question also. If the question is to be asked, what is the difference between entry control loop and exit control loop? What is the difference between while loop and do while loop? Then also the same answer. Got it? Or any doubt? No?